brought in Peyton McNabb, who we actually covered in a previous segment, who legit, she got spiked in a volleyball match and permanently injured and paralyzed. So she was at the State of the Union. Here's a little bit of what Trump had to say.
Ago, Peyton McNabb was an all-star high school athlete, one of the best, preparing for a future in college sports. But when her girls' volleyball match was invaded by a male, he smashed the ball so hard in Peyton's face, causing traumatic brain injury, partially paralyzing her right side and ending her athletic career. It was a shot like she's never seen before. She's never seen anything like it. Peyton is here tonight in the gallery, and Peyton, from now on, schools will kick the men off the girls' team, or they will lose all federal funding.
Man, we are in a messed up world right now. But Emma Vigeland of the Majority Report, she replied and quote tweeted somebody who talked about this. You'll see the tweet here in a second. Emma Vigeland replied with a laughing statement. Ha, 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 ha. I don't know what it meant. I'm going to go to the Majority Report. If you've already seen it, let me know, but I'm going to hear a reaction to it. I never responded to Emma Vigeland, not that she needs me to respond, but I didn't comment on it because I honestly didn't know if it was sarcastic or what she was doing. It wasn't funny because this young lady got really messed up by a man who spiked the ball in her face. Let's hear what happened.
Okay, now needless to say, that is a very popular majoritarian position. It has never not been a majoritarian position. Now, rapid response here.
I want to interject on the comment of it's a 80-20 issue or 75-25 issue. I don't care. I stand on what I believe in. From a strategic standpoint, that matters. Because if you're going to strategically go against an 80-20, if you're going to be in the 20 side going against the 80-20 issue, it's got to be worth it. You can't hurt yourself. You can't hurt your goals. And that will be my takeaway. I'll finish that later. You can't hurt your goals to be on the side of a 20% issue. The reason why they're doing that, I'll end with.
Tweeted out some footage of Peyton getting that injury. So let's take a look at that quickly. That's her. Oh no, that's the trans athlete. So she gets spiked in the head there. Looks pretty severe. Severe enough to be partially paralyzed for the rest of her life. Emma Vigeland, who is a maniac on this subject, absolutely foaming at the mouth, rabid lunatic, in her wisdom decides to quote tweet this. Ha 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 ha. Now again, whatever you think about this subject, this is a video of a girl being permanently paralyzed by an athletic injury.
So somebody tell me,
why on earth would you mock her? Even if you disagree, even if you have a different position.
Both sides, and this is going to be about the left though, both sides, but the left here they really have to figure it out. Why is this the hill to die on? Why? I don't know what she meant by the ha 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 ha. I actually think in her natural state, I actually think Emma Vigeland's very smart, very entertaining, all that. I'm not going to talk about her looks this time. I'm not going to talk about how I think she's a 9 out of 10. I'm married. I'm not trying to, I can observe. I'm not going to talk about that this time. Okay, guys? I want to keep this substantive. Why is the substance trans, Emma? That's the substance I want to talk about. I don't get it. You're too smart for this. You bring other things to the table. It's a 2080 issue.
On this, wouldn't you understand, even if you believe that biological men should play in women's sports, wouldn't you understand why some young girl who was injured that way by a trans athlete would feel the way that she does and maybe make your case in a not disgusting way like that. So like I said, we already had a video because we covered a deranged rant that Emma went on. I believe this was December 2023 by the date of the video that we made. So this is a very tightened up cut of it. If you go to my Twitter, Russell Dobular, you go to Do Dissidents, you can see a more extended version, but this is a shorter version of the video we made.
Argument is really bad on this, and you're out of your depth. You're correct that trans women should be able to compete in women's sports, but your argument for it is just scientifically and factually incorrect. I'm actually not bad about this. I'm 100% right on this. I don't give a shit about the scientific explanations. People, if they identify as a woman, get to compete in sports. If that's not fair in the short term for a variety of little competitions, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit because the societal interest of including trans people in society trumps stupid competition. Full stop. So I'm right about this. You're wrong about this.
Once the gun went off, the two transgender athletes took off.
I thought you guys were for help me understand. I thought you guys were for universal health care or whatever. I'm with you on that. I'm for universal basic income. I don't know if you guys are with that anymore. What are you guys about on the left? That's what you're amped up and angry about. Some transformer, if the competition doesn't matter, why are you so hyped about the transformer being able to compete? It makes no sense. It's all emotion.
Flying and left all of us girls in the dust.
I mean, I hear this all the time. My daughter plays sports. What am I going to tell to her? You know, it's not fair to her to compete with this kind of person.
I was severely injured in a high school volleyball game by a transgender athlete on the opposing team.
I don't like her being used as a prop either. I mean, here's my thing. I lean libertarian on this. If you want to have transformers play with women, that's up to you. Why would I need to get involved? Can you on the right tell me that? So you see how I have problems with the left and the right? What should I call myself? What does this have to do with me? It has nothing to do with me. And then on top of that, Donald Trump says, and we'll get back to finish the Emma Vigeland clip here in a second. Donald Trump says, if you don't keep transformers out of sports, it only matters one way, male to female, pretty much. If you don't keep them out of sports, you're not going to get federal funding. I thought Trump wanted to get rid of the DOE. Where's the federal funding coming from? If you want to get rid of the DOE, then you should want to get rid of all federal funding to school. Is that just a short-term thing, or what? Where are we at? So I got a problem with all of y'all.
From a concussion and neck injury that to this day I'm still recovering from.
There's not even evidence to show that this is the case, but just take their assertion at face value for a second, that this is some unfair advantage. I mean, there's an unfair advantage all the time in sports. That's actually quite, that's the nature of sports. Honestly, like women's sports, it's barely an institution. It's only been around for a few decades. Like if our sources of our outlets for entertainment, for competition, for like, I don't know however to define them. But if they're not able to accommodate trans people, then they're not worthy of existing. Like it's just like we're talking about movie theaters. What are we talking about here? I mean, I love sports as much as anyone, but if they cannot accommodate, including,
I don't know if she still does it. She's a big football fan. I've listened to a couple. This was a while back when she started that sports channel. I think it was a different channel. She's great, fun. Got away from the politics a little bit. Looks like she needs to get away. This was December last year, but she needs to get away a little bit.
Trans people, I don't give a shit about them being robust. It's just, be inclusive or don't be. That's it. Or don't exist.
I mean, the movie theater thing is just so unbelievably stupid.
It's insane. Yes. It's a short step to segregating movie theaters. Yeah, no, that's the next step. The funniest part of this video is Binder and the other guy just being like, you know what?
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let them cook, even if they're kind of burying themselves a little bit. You gotta give your co-host room to breathe. And I just hope the left and Emma get better, because if you don't, I crashed out on MAGA on my other channel. Like I called them maggots. I crashed the hell out. So I don't have a home, guys. I know that's the cliche. I don't have no home. I like Nick and them. I think the big thing here right now is you guys on the left have got to be a competition to the other side. And this right here, you're guaranteeing a reign of MAGA, Peter Thiel, tech bros that are on the other side of you. You're guaranteeing that they're going to take control for decades to come with these type of takes.
The next clip is ready below. Welcome to After Show Carnage.